You've worked hard to earn and save. Now it's time to make your money work hard for you. This is Empower Your Retirement with Frank and Frankie Guida of A Better Way Financial.
Okay, so this part of the conversation, we are speaking solely to Frank Guida, founder, CEO of A Better Way Financial, because what I want to do is talk a bit about your background, Frank, and when you founded A Better Way Financial, why did you do it? What was your goal?
It's really an interesting story.
Yeah.
I mean, I started in this industry over 4 decades ago, working for one of those big, financial firms. And I happened to do very, very well with them. But then I started to figure out, that, what they were doing for the clients wasn't always necessarily what was best for the clients.
Got it.
I had come across this financial product that I was looking at, and I really liked it a lot. I started doing some research on it. And I went to the powers that be at the company I was working for, and I said, "Hey, why are we not selling this?" And what did they tell me? They said, not enough profit margin
For the company.
For the company. And I was like, not enough profit margin? Are you kidding me? That's why we're not selling. You see, Heather, I was brought up in a butcher store. Mm-hmm. My parents were born in Italy. They came here as teenagers. They met here. They opened up this butcher store. And I have been in that, from the time I was 3. In that butcher store. And I learned about life. I learned about how to treat people. The people that came into our store, they were our neighbors, our friends. Mm-hmm. And, we would talk about everything. We would have a cup of coffee together. We would talk about the weather. We would talk about sports. We would even talk about politics. Of course, back then, you could talk about politics without somebody going nuts on you. It's a little different than today. Mm-hmm. So I was raised this way. And, I had my friends, they were sitting there and they were going, why we got to go to school so early in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning. Well, they were complaining about that, but at 5 o'clock in the morning, my dad was shaking me. He was saying, come on, we got to go. Where do we have to go? We had to go to the markets to pick up the fresh fruits and vegetables, to pick up the meats and all of that stuff. And the reason we had to go so early was because my dad wanted to be first.
Got it.
If he was buying peaches that day, he would, he'd go through the boxes. If we were buying veal that day, he'd literally go through hundreds of legs of veal, tag the very best ones, and then try to negotiate the price down a few pennies a pound. We passed that on to our customers. Me, I was there to pick those big legs up and carry them into the truck and all that. Uh-huh. But it left a lasting impression on me that you got to do what you got to do to give your clients the very best products and services that are out there.
Right.
And to us, that's what's so important. And, when you talk about a family atmosphere, it's because we treat our employees and our clients like their family.
Yeah.
We have client advisory board meetings every year. We pick, 30 of our best clients and we say, come on out. We're going to, have a nice dinner together. We're going to talk, and we ask them questions. What are we doing well? What are we not doing well? What do you really like about working with us? What can we do better? And, one of the things that always comes up is they say, we like the family atmosphere. We like being treated like family. Sure. We like it when we call you, we get a live person on the phone. When we walk in the door, people recognize us and they know who we are, who's coming and giving us a hug. And you know what? It's a complete different thing than what's out there. People are sitting there and they're calling up these big companies and they're getting, press 1 for English, press 2 for this, and, press 3 for aggravation, press 4 for, it's crazy. Here, you get a live person, you call us up and they say, hey, it's a great day at A Better Way Financial. How can we help you? Mm-hmm. And it's such a difference from what's out there. And if you're out there and you're saying, you know what? I want to be treated like that. I want to go to a place, do my finances, and have people treat me well. If this is you, pick up the phone. Give us a call, 610-440-3722. That's 610-440-3722. Or visit us at betterwayfinancial.com.
The idea of being able to call you, Frank, and having somebody pick up the phone, if you're a client, probably somebody at this point, pick up the phone, you're going to say, oh, hi, Julia, or hi, whomever answers the phone. Hi, Kimberly. And the idea of being a local, independent, financial retirement planning fiduciary firm. This is something that we reiterate over and over again because we believe is so important that you are independent, you are local, you are here for the folks of the Lehigh Valley. So as you're figuring out your money for the years ahead and you're wanting to work with somebody who's local and who is a real live person and answers the phone, that's what we're here for. 610-440-3722. You can also always find us at abetterwayfinancial.com. Another thing we talk about all the time is how surprising it is that you meet these hardworking, smart people and they just don't have a retirement plan. Very often because it's lack of education. They think that these statements are a plan. They're not a plan.
Yeah.
Let's flip that, though, on small business owners, because so many small business owners, it's very surprising to find out how many of them don't have a mission statement, don't have core values that they follow. This is what the company is about. But that's a difference, again, at A Better Way Financial. Frank, you've got 4 specific core values that you follow, and I wanted to have you flesh those out for us a little bit. It's family atmosphere, outstanding client service, integrity, and positivity. Speak about those and why those are your core values. Why are they so important to you?
Well, outstanding client service, I mean, it kind of speaks for itself.
Sure.
You know what? People don't want to know that you're giving them lip service. They want to know when there's an issue, when they need money, when they need something, when they need something to get done, that it's going to get done, and it's going to get done quickly. If you're calling and you want to speak to one of the financial planners here, well, they may be in a meeting or something like that, but we have a whole team of people here that are ready to answer your questions. And if they can't answer the question, they will have the financial planner give you a call back, usually within 24 hours, and get you the answer to that question.
Okay.
And you know what? That is so important for folks. Integrity.
Yeah.
I mean, my goodness. I can't even talk about the times I have gone to other types of companies and there was a lack of integrity. I went to a pharmacy. I'll give you a quick story. I went to a pharmacy and needed a prescription. This pharmacist promised me, I don't have it. And I said, then call another one of your local pharmacies and find who has it for me, please. And you know what? Within 20 minutes, I was walking out of that pharmacy with the prescription that I needed. He wasn't telling me the truth. How could you not tell someone the truth? I went and I talked to the manager. I said, you have a pharmacist here that just lied to me. I've never been able to take lying. To me, if you don't have integrity, you have nothing.
Yep.
Yep. And so that is first and foremost with our company as well.
Yep.
Positivity. You know what? You have to be positive.
Yeah.
You have to look at things and figure out, oh, no, this doesn't work. Well, find out what does work. And you're going to find it because we have a whole team of people here that are all positive thinkers and working together to get you the answers to the things that you want to know. So if you're sitting out there and you're saying, you know what? These values kind of sound like the company that I want to work with. You need to pick up the phone and give us a call. 610-440-3722. That's 610-440-3722. Or you can look us up on the internet at abetterwayfinancial.com.
In a world that is filled with so much noise, that is filled with so much technology, so many of us just want to be able to sit down with somebody that we know is a local in the community person, particularly when it comes to our money, because it's not just money. It's your life's work. It's your life's savings. So working to find somebody that's local and nearby that also has core values like the ones we just pointed out that Frank has for his business. He's built his business upon these ideas: family atmosphere, outstanding client service, integrity, and positivity. These are the things that you're seeking when it comes to finding somebody to help you figure out your financial future. We're here for you. So give us a call. Again, it's 610-440-3722. Let's get to work, starting the conversation about your retirement plan, an income plan for the years ahead. 610-440-3722, or find us anytime at abetterwayfinancial.com.
Thanks for listening to Empower Your Retirement with Frank and Frankie Guida. To learn more, visit abetterwayfinancial.com.
By contacting us, we'll review aspects of your retirement portfolio to include suggestions about how best to utilize estate, tax, and retirement planning strategies and other financial services, or if changing management styles is appropriate for your specific needs and objectives. Exposure to ideas and financial vehicles discussed should not be considered investment advice or recommendations to buy or sell any financial vehicle. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Investments can fluctuate and when redeemed may be worth more or less than when originally invested. A Better Way Financial is not affiliated with nor endorsed by the Social Security Administration or any other government agency. Annuity guarantee guarantees rely on the financial strength and claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Any client experiences discussed during this show are unique to that client, and they are not meant to imply or suggest you will experience the same results. Advisory services offered through A Better Way Financial. Insurance offered through licensed professionals at A Better Way Financial. Pennsylvania Insurance License number 301779.